So it's day 19 of my 40 days of truth. And today I pretty much spent the day, I drew and I watched The Simpsons season 4. Was it season 4? No, I stopped season 4 yesterday. Season 5. It's on season 5. Just watched the Whacking Day episode and the Malibu Stacy, Lisa versus Malibu Stacy. And it didn't really get me thinking about anything in particular. But today I finished a big chunk of the sleeve that I've been working on, the Underworld one that I had posted on Instagram and Twitter. And I had to do a clock face on my client's elbow. And I don't know if any of you are well versed with tattooing in general, but if you watch like those shows like Ink Master or whatnot, the elbow is a pretty difficult spot just because the skin is very loose. So when you lay the stencil on, when it's not flexed and it's just straight, it looks like what it is. But then the minute that they bend their elbow, it becomes this sort of deformed, elongated version of what it's going to look like. So you really have to rely on your stencil very heavily. And I'm more of I like to be a little bit more loose in my tattooing style. And that's why I veer towards figures and stuff, because I have a little bit more leeway in the way that I approach them. I can build things up a lot easier. But doing like a pocket watch, like a clock face, which is a perfect circle, and then another circle inside, then another circle inside that, then another circle inside that, and then a small circle. So all of these circles, all these concentric circles have to be perfectly spaced between them. And that's a real challenge, especially when you're working off of a stencil and you're working on a difficult area of the body. But the end result was actually really good. It's the first time that I had done an elbow tattoo. And it seemed like it was painful. Like, I don't think I would ever get one because I am a big wuss when it comes to getting tattooed. I have quite a few tattoos, but there was only one that I didn't bitch like a little baby when I was getting it. And that's my anglerfish on my back. And, the back of the shoulder, it's not a bad spot. It's a pretty decent spot to get tattooed. It's not overly sensitive unless you get to like the shoulder. Anything that's on a joint and anything that's close to the spine is painful. And anywhere that feels nice to be kissed is going to hurt like hell to be tattooed on. That is something else that I had learned. So today when I was doing the tattoo, I sort of went off in my own little world. I just started thinking about the mechanics of it, and I tried not to think about the art side of it. Just think mechanics. I need to do this. I need to add this here. I need to add that there. And lo and behold, the end result was something that looked artistic, but the getting to that point was very mechanical and very methodical. And sometimes I feel like that's probably the best way to approach any task, is to break it down in a way that you don't see the big picture, even though the big picture is there, you have it laid out, but you take each section as its own small challenge and you master each part until the whole looks like what it's supposed to be. And that's how I approached it. And it was a difficult piece just because of the circles. And I think I did a really good job. I'll post it at some point. And it really falls in line with, trying to set smart goals. And I've not been doing that lately. I've just been looking at the big picture and not thinking about the smaller steps leading into it. And the acronym SMART for SMART goals is um, the acronym for a SMART goal is something that's specific, measurable, attainable or achievable, reasonable, and timely. So specific, measurable, achievable, reasonable, and timely. Sorry, like my brain was like in cog mode trying to like get those words out because I know the acronym, I know the words for it, but sometimes if you don't use an acronym enough, then it just fleets off in your head. So I'm going to work on setting smarter goals. But we all kind of want to have things happen quickly, and we want to have results almost immediately when we start something. And I mean, it's the same with weight loss. It's the same with, if you're quitting a bad habit. It's the same with really any big change in your life. I've always been a kind of balls to the wall kind of person, and I've never actually until recently taken things in a slow way. I've always been, I need to do this, so I'm going to do everything to the extreme and suffer the consequences later or reap the benefits faster. And it has worked, but it has also blown up in my face. Probably an equal amount of times, so as much as I've succeeded in my extremes, so too have I failed in my extremes. It's a question of resolve. If you have the goal in mind and you're taking all of these steps at the same time to achieve that goal, it might come faster, but it's harder to maintain unless you can find some sort of habit forming aspect of it. And habits, I'm like a sponge for bad habits. I tend to sort of mirror the bad habits of the people around me, which is one of the reasons why I choose to be single. Just because I know that I have a lot of things that I need to work on for myself. And I am envious of other people. I was looking at Instagram today and at a friend who is having a lot of success with her level of fitness and health and weight loss and whatnot. And I started feeling envious. And not in like it's weird because I think that everybody has gone through this, especially if you have Facebook or if you browse Facebook, because I don't anymore. Even though I have a new one for work, I'm never on it unless I'm posting pictures of shit that I do. And shit that I do meaning tattoos. I don't care about selfies. I don't like to take them. Not anymore anyways. But you sort of see yourself in comparison to other people. And it got me thinking about Jordan Peterson again, because, compare yourself to who you were yesterday and not to who someone else is today. If I'm comparing myself right now, myself today, to the self I was yesterday, I think that there are some things that I did worse and there are some things I did better. And I'm going to let Jack sort Bertha out, and I'm going to just try to be even better tomorrow. So that means that I need to probably go to the gym more than once tomorrow and make my lunch today to bring with me tomorrow. It's not even about lies anymore, because I feel like the lies and the truth has sort of like faded into the background because I haven't I haven't really struggled with telling people the truth now. It's gotten so much easier, and it doesn't feel quite as scary to tell people no anymore. You know, it doesn't feel quite as scary to just say what's on my mind. Obviously, there's going to be a challenge tomorrow with the how are you question, but I think I'm going to approach it in the most honest way I can and say that I'm okay. I think that I'm okay. I feel okay. I'm really looking forward to that first coffee, though. I don't know why, but don't like coffee at home. But when I'm at work, coffee is just like the best thing in the world. Anyway, so tomorrow I've got a lot of shit to sort out because I'm going away on my course very soon. I'm going to be living in a hotel. Yay. I'm going to be swimming a lot because there's a swimming pool there. And swimming is one of those things that really helps to clear your mind. You know, when you just focus on breathing and moving and staying afloat, then things tend to fade away. Fade into the background. Kind of like lies and the truth right now. I did have a little accident after I did the tattoo. I was trying to walk towards my client to tape him up, and I stubbed my toe on this massive dresser that I have. And the dresser weighs, it's like it feels like it weighs a ton. It would take two really strong people to lift that thing, and it's solid wood, like it's substantial. When I had to move it from my room to the tattoo room, it took me like an hour, and my apartment's not that big. So I'm pretty sure my toe is broken, which sucks. But, you know, I just tape them all together, my toes, I tape them together, and I'll see what they're like in the morning. Hopefully it'll be fine, and if not, then just work through it. Yeah, I mean, there's not really much else that's going on. I don't have anything to add, really. We'll see. Probably tomorrow will be a little bit more. There'll be a little bit more meat because there's going to be a lot of things that I have missed, and there's going to be a lot of BS, whisper talking about stuff, and you know, I'll be caught up on the gossip, unfortunately. I feel like gossip is one of those things that I hate the most about human interaction. I mean, apart from small talk, which I just abhor small talk. I just cannot stand small talk. But apart from that, gossip is one of those things that is just, it just feels like complete and utter bullshit. It's just people talking about other people without those people being around. Like, would they say these things to their face? I have no idea. I doubt it. And I mean, I guess we're all guilty of having thoughts that we won't share with other people. But when you elevate that to utterances that you won't share with the people you're talking about, it just feels like small-minded bullshit to me. And yeah, I can't take it. I just can't. And offices in general are almost entirely gossip because everybody hates their life. Everybody in an office hates their life in some way because you're sitting at a desk reading emails, responding to bullshit all day, and you have to do it in a nice way, you know? You have to be politic about it. You have to, you know, when someone tells you to do something and your natural reaction is to be like, fuck you, you have to think fuck you and be like, right away. Or absolutely, 100%. And that is my challenge. I think that's why I had been so quiet at work, because when people ask me to tell me, and not even they ask me, they just tell me to do shit. And I'm like, why? But if you ask why, that it's not something that you ask. It's especially in the environment that I work in. It's just, you just do it. That's just the way it is. So we'll see what tomorrow brings. I'm bringing both my rosaries with me to work, and because one of my rosaries has little flowers on it. I like that one sometimes, but my other rosary is just straight up beautiful. I'm gonna try to make a rosary when I finally get my butt to Hull for my course. I'm trying to figure out what things I'm going to bring with me, what is necessary, what is not, what I'm going to need and what I'm not going to need. And, just basically I know what supplies I need for my work, but what supplies do I need for my mind? Do I need my art supplies? Do I need my music things? Do I need my guitar or my uke? Do I need my painting supplies or my tattoo kit in case people want tattoos? There's a lot of things that I'm trying to figure out. And I also need someone to take care of my plants because my bonsai tree is dying, and so is my ivy, and my aloe is not doing so hot. You see it back there, it's pretty sad looking. It's got rubber bands on it holding it together. I'm a terrible plant mom. I always tell my friends, if you ever want to kill a plant and you just don't have the heart to do it, just let me take care of it. And I think that it's a combination of undercare and overcare. Because the only thing I've ever been able to keep alive is a cactus. And even the cactus almost died on me because I overwatered it. But those things are little troopers. I like cacti. Yeah, cacti are the best. Yeah, anyway, day 19. I will see whoever's watching demain. That's tomorrow in French. So, à demain, bonne soirée, bonne nuit. Later.